Well, I was in the kitchen a little earlier. I was making coleslaw, and I got back in the kitchen and thought, well, you know, I've got this Roquefort cheese. I think I'll just make some blue cheese dressing. I love blue cheese dressing, but it's awfully hard to find the good kind. I remember, many years ago when there was a wonderful restaurant in town called Little Inn, and I just loved to go there to eat. They had the best blue cheese dressing I've ever eaten. So, since I had this, it's a little section of, this is Roquefort dressing, Roquefort cheese. It's actually better than blue cheese, and it also costs more. So, I'll start checking my ingredients. And there's one thing I keep in my refrigerator, or two things. I keep cream cheese and sour cream, always. Well, this recipe calls for sour cream. I get to looking, I found 3 sour cream containers in my refrigerator. One of them had sliced pineapple in it. Another one had a mixture I had done to dip onion rings in. The third one, oh gosh, I forget what the third one had in it. Doesn't really matter because it wasn't sour cream. Well, what was I going to do? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it without the sour cream. If I like it, okay. If not, I'll go to the grocery tomorrow, I'll buy a carton of sour cream, come home and add it to what I've already prepared. We're going to find out how that works. Now, a lot of people don't like blue cheese dressing. I don't know why, but it's my favorite. But there aren't that many restaurants that make it just right. I always have to have a sample before I let them put it on my salad. Now, I've got this little jigger here. In fact, Billie Jean sent me this little jigger. You push it up and down and it whirls around. Well, I'm hoping I can use it. We'll find out. So, we're going to start out with the buttermilk. Shake it up a little bit. And I'm going to go with, let's see, I'm going to make, let's see, I think I'll go with about a cup. What's wrong? Let me, now I did this one time. Just what I'm doing here. Shaking it up. Well, the lid wasn't on very tight. And I don't have to explain to you what happened. This kitchen looked like it had rained buttermilk. That's not a fun thing. So let's see, I'm going to start with, there's a half. I'm going to go with the whole cup. Won't make any difference if it doesn't turn out good. I'll have run the whole cup instead of half. Put this over to one side. Now I'm going to add a cup of mayonnaise. Let's see, get me a spoon out of here. And I'm going to add it to, I'm going to put it down in here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to guess at what would be a cup. I think we'll be able to guess at it pretty good. If you've been cooking long enough, you guess that most everything you put in a dish. Let's see. I'm gonna go and see how that looks. One more spoonful. I got lots of mayonnaise. I get coupons for Kraft and Hellman mayonnaise. And every time I get a coupon, I go over and get my free jar of mayonnaise. I've got 3 or 4 of them on hand already. I'm going to add the cup full of buttermilk. Just break that out there good. You know, it seems like anything that you make that calls for buttermilk, it tastes better than if it's just regular milk. Like coconut cake. Really good. All right. I think the next thing it calls for is garlic powder. It says to use garlic powder. I'm going to pour a little bit in here. Well, we got to take the lid off. Doesn't have any holes punched. Now, if this turns out good and you like blue cheese dressing, well, goodness gracious, this hasn't even been used yet. Well, isn't that the way you open things? If you can't get it open, you pull it open with your teeth. I've been doing that for years. Okay. Take this little spoon. Whoops. I don't want too much. I've got almost a teaspoonful of garlic powder. Now, let's see. Here's my Worcestershire sauce. I don't measure that. I just give it a dash and let it go with that. You know how that works. It's too much trouble trying to measure it in a spoon. So I'll just put, that'll do it. If it doesn't, we'll add more later. Now, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. I'll have to see how this goes. Now, it calls for lemon and pepper. Well, I just happen to have some lemon pepper here. I wonder if I just, since I don't have a lemon, if I just put a little lemon pepper. I'm just going to dash it in. We'll see how that works. I might need a little more pepper later. I'm going to add a little more anyway. Just a little bit more. I'm not one good for measuring things. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this Roquefort cheese. Oh golly, it's good stuff. I don't know why Roquefort cheese is so much better than blue cheese, but it is. This is probably, oh, 1/3 of a cup, I guess. I don't know how you measure it. Get it all in there. I don't want to waste a bit of it. Costs too much to waste it. Okay, we're going to find out what happened. This may just get clogged up in here, but we'll find out. Put that little dish back out of the way. I'm going to go down in here, and we're going to try and see if this works. I don't think it's going to work. No, it's not. It won't turn. Yeah, it is. A little bit. I want that cheese to be blended in there good. I just keep turning it, working with it. It wasn't meant for this anyway, but it's coming loose. Yep, it's coming loose. Oh boy. I'm hoping we've got some good cheese here when I get through. But we still need the sour cream. That's the only thing you have to remember when you go to the grocery to buy something like this. Yeah. Get down in there. I know it's turning, but it's stiff. Let's set this over here. All right. See if that'll hold. Get my spoon. We're going down in here and we're going to stir this up. Yes, it's working. Got little chunks. Oh gosh. Let's see now, have I got everything? Let me see if I got it all. I've got my mayonnaise, blue cheese, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, lemon pepper, my buttermilk, mayonnaise, but we do need sour cream. But I'm going to get me a cracker here somewhere. I should have one handy. I got crackers of all kinds. What have I done with it? Yeah, we'll find a package over here. These are those good old toasted chips. The Ritz. I really like these crackers. You can eat them by themselves. Don't have to have anything on them. All right, let's see. I'm going to get out a couple of crackers. And we're going to see if they're good. Are you following me? Now, I'm going to put it this way. I'm a very picky eater. There's a lot of things I don't like. One of them is tomatoes. I use tomatoes for cooking and that sort of thing, but don't put tomatoes on my salad. Don't put it on my hors d'oeuvres. Now, I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it on my cracker and see what it tastes like. It's good, but it's got a salty taste. And I'm thinking that it needs the sour cream. So I'll probably go to Kroger tomorrow. I discovered out of cornmeal. Now I use a special cornmeal called Three Rivers. Can't find it around here anywhere. Used to be able to get it. My mother swore by Three Rivers cornmeal. That's what she made her cornbread with, and so did I. for years. Well, I just dumped my last cup of 3 Rivers cornmeal into this cup. 1 cup in there. Set it aside. I'm going to see if anybody knows which store sells 3 Rivers cornmeal, because it makes the best cornbread. And I don't want to use any other brand. Don't care what brand you recommend to me. None is the same as 3 Rivers. I thought they went out of business, and then I discovered they did not. I think they were bought out and moved somewhere else, and I ended up finding a 10-pound bag of the cornmeal in London, Kentucky. It's good, but like I said, it tastes a little salty. Once I get that sour cream in there, it'll be just fine. So if you want to write that recipe down, depends on how much you want of blue cheese you want to use, or Roquefort cheese. If you use a half cup, then you put a half cup of mayonnaise, half cup of buttermilk, dash of Worcestershire sauce, teaspoon of garlic powder, and a little salt, a little pepper. Now it calls for lemon juice. I think it's just a matter of whether or not you want to use the lemon juice. Since I don't have any, I'll do without. Here you are. Roquefort cheese dressing for your salads. One of the best dressings you can use. And I'm going to find out tomorrow how it's going to taste on my salad after I finish my coleslaw. I'm going into my living room, take down my thingamajig here. Got it sitting up on top of the cabinet. I'm going to take it in the living room. I'll turn on the TV, see if there's anything good on, and I'll tell you what, there is a good movie on. It's a real long one. It's a movie of Oliver. It's one of those old movies. And it's already been on about an hour. But if you happen to be watching, you might try watching Oliver. It's sort of kind of historic type movie. So I've already put my recipe on for what did I fix today? Oh, my coleslaw. So I've already got it on. You can watch it and see how I made my coleslaw. You can try making it yourself and let me know if it's good. Now I want to show you what I bought yesterday. You know, Billie Jean has a good looking pot he uses all the time. It's got double handles, and I can't help but envy that pot. For one thing, when you get my age, you get these big old ironstone kettles, they are heavy, too heavy. You fill them with a pot of beef vegetable soup or bean soup or any kind of beef roast, and it's all you can do to pick up that pot. And of course, at the end of the day, you've got to refrigerate it. And it does have the two handles, but they're not like this. This is what I bought. Isn't it good looking? Got the wood lid. It's got the spout on both sides. And I love the way I can use this handle like this. So, it's not like Billie Jean pot, but it's close enough and it's the right size. I wanted it deep, but I didn't want it huge. So take a look. This came from Home Goods. They like me there, that store. They're always ready to wait on me, because I buy pretty things. And I'm anxious to see what I'm going to put in this pot in the next few days. So I may end up buying 1 or 2 more pots to match this. And then I'll get rid of the Revealware and the this and the that and the aluminum and the waterless cookware. But this is one thing I won't get rid of. Here we go. See this little skillet? You know, they talk about how you have to clean them, you have to grease them, and do all this, that, and the other. Do you know how long I've had this skillet? It's an 8-inch skillet. Take a look at it. I mean, I'm trying to get it at an angle where the light shines into it. There we go, see? See how nice and clean that is? It's 8-inch because I don't need the large one. I've got a large one, I've got a small one, I've got the corn stick pan. Love the corn stick pan because it's mostly crust. They're just the best things in the world. But I usually use this one. This will make enough cornbread for me for 3 or 4 meals. And look how clean it is. And when I'm finished using it, I wash it with Dawn. I use my sponge that has the coarse back side. I clean it with that, rinse it with good hot water, let it drain. If I'm in a hurry to use it again, I put it on the burner, turn the burner on, and let it get good and hot, and that way it takes all the water off. So, this idea that you've got to treat iron skillets so special, I don't know where people get that idea. I do the simplest thing you can do. And I'm going to say I've had this skillet at least 50 years. Never had to do any special treatment to it. This is it right here. Not greasy. I don't grease it down after I get through. Who likes to grease down a pan and then put it in the cabinet? Nobody does. So I want to pass along that little hint to you that you don't always have to do those crazy little things that somebody has drilled into your head. Just do it the easy way. Put a little Dawn in that skillet. Get that sponge cleaner. Start scrubbing it out real good. Rinse it good. And you can dry it out on the stove if you want to. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't make any difference whether you do or don't. So I just wanted to show you these things. And I'll get my buttermilk back in the refrigerator. And that's about it for today. Billie Jean said something about us going on live tonight. I don't know if we're going to or not. I haven't heard from him. But I suspect I'll probably be getting a message from him in the next hour or so. So keep your ears and eyes open, just in case we do go on live this evening. I understand that groundhog, did he see a shadow? I saw the groundhog, the one in Pennsylvania. Golly Moses. It looked like it had a bath. I think maybe somebody did give it a bath before they let the public see it. So anyway, we're going to see what the weather's going to be for the next 6 weeks. And if the weather is not suitable, we can always get in Pat's kitchen, Granny Pat's kitchen, and we can see what we can drum up. But I've got to go to the grocery and refresh my products in the refrigerator. I'm telling you, I've got room to put things in there now because I've emptied out 3 sour cream containers. I've emptied out one of these vegetable boxes. Had it long enough. And I don't know what else. I think there's some other little things, you know, that you leave in the refrigerator too long. But enough is enough. And I think I'm going to fix me something else to eat. In fact, I haven't eaten all day long. I've just done what you saw me doing, taking a bite of this and a bite of that. So I'm ready to come back in here, fix me a good meal, and I noticed I had a big jar of iced tea in the refrigerator. At the time I used it, looked in the drawer and in the door, I knew I had, I don't know what you call it, but it was peach flavored. And I thought, that's what I'm going to have for supper. I'm going to pour that in my iced tea and give it a peach flavor. Well, I started looking and I looked and I looked. It's not there. I've been getting rid of things and forget that I get rid of them. So, like I said, I'll be getting the checkbook out tomorrow and buying a few more groceries. Some things that keep a long time, easy to work with. And we'll see what new, see who else has got some good recipes on. I'm not too quick to try a lot of new recipes. You just don't do it when you live alone. I eat Jimmy Dean's sausage croissant. They're pretty good, you know. Just stick them in the oven, leave them in there 10 minutes, and you've got breakfast. And then I get my, I go to the deli and I buy the shaved ham and the shaved, it's hot chicken. Oh gosh, that's good stuff. Makes a wonderful grilled cheese and chicken or ham sandwich. It's just like cooking a whole meal. You don't need anything else but that sandwich and something to drink. So that's the kind of eating I do. It wouldn't please very many people, but it pleases me. And I think I've rambled enough. I'm a good rambler. That you've probably caught on to that already. But the other thing I bought yesterday was 2 big packages of candy and home goods, chocolate and peanut butter, and shaped like little valentines and things. And well, I'm not going to touch those. I'm not going to open those. I'm going to use them for table arrangement. Yeah, that was my thinking. But I sat in there last night drinking my Dr. Pepper and eating the chocolate candy. No, don't count on me sticking to my word, because when it comes to chocolate, it's in front of me, I'm going to eat it. So I have a feeling a few of you do the same thing. I don't want to be the only one. So, enjoy my stories. And I really think if you have not seen very many of my stories, if you just go to number 1, watch that one. And when you've got free time, the next time you want to watch a story, go to number 2. And just go up the list, one at a time. And eventually you will have watched. Well, this is the one I'm making right now is number 396. Now I'm kind of thinking number 400 should be a special story. I don't know exactly what subject matter or if I can come up with a good subject matter, but some of you might have something in mind that you would like me to tell. And don't get into my personal life. I'm not going to tell you my life story. It's just about like everybody else's. But if there's something special that you think I might have remembered, because I'll soon be 89 years old, and there should be a lot of things that have taken place in life, in history, in the small town, wherever, that I might know a little bit about. Let me know, and if I see one that I think I can hit on and give you a good story, that will be number 400. Keep that in mind, and I'll be seeing you later. Got to get into the living room and start reading my messages. Hang in there, folks.